What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the thekisscapadespodcast. Today I have a very special guest. He might not need introduction, or he may need introduction, but introduce yourself so that guys know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely. What do you mean? Might not need it. I'm not that there, man. Let's move slowly. My name is juniornyongo, and I am an actor, musician, model, and DJ. Yeah.
That's quite like a big description of like all the things that you have going on.
Big description for a big man, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, I think we've never like really gotten like time to just sit down and have a convo. We're talking about that, like, you know, at social scenes we just, you know, shake hands.
Yeah, the first time we met was Big Brunch.
Oh yeah, you recorded my first drone landing and takeoff.
Ooh, that's right. That's right.
Before it got lost.
Oh, but did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you found
it after like 2 hours. Everybody was just like already too tired of looking for it, so I just kept on. I tipped the watches and then they helped me, like, you know, find it. Yeah. So, but enough of the drone shots and everything.
Yeah.
Let's chop it down. The Thekisscapades podcast is about like the 4 pillars of life. And I'm guessing like kind of like everybody always has like a different point of view or just journey.
Yeah.
No matter how much we would want it to be the same. Everybody just is brought up in a different way.
Absolutely. Everyone has their own context, their own you know, upbringing and way in which they view the world.
Experiences as well.
Yeah.
I think you're the only person that I know who's taken a picture with Beyonce. Oprah, Snoop, Samuel L. Jackson, and who else? Yeah, I don't think I know anybody else who's done that. But I'm just saying, you know, let's just go with maybe like just like your upbringing. Like, what did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was a kid?
When you were a kid.
Okay.
Because, you know, you have like, maybe you had like that doctor, lawyer kind of theme. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, I have incredibly supportive parents, and so they fostered all my various interests. Yeah. Like, they would be changing weekly, you know. one week, you know, I'm playing golf with my dad, and you know, the other week I'm interested in chess. I played chess for a while, so I did a lot of things. But I remember, I guess my most distinct early desire was to be a pilot. Yeah. Okay. I think if I could remember correctly.
And then what happened to that dream?
Very fascinated with flying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it flitted away. But I was always like very artistically inclined. Interested in just like, you know, performance arts, just like performing arts and telling stories and stuff like that, you know, music, whether it was through music or whatever. And but like then,
and even for me, the thing, sorry to interrupt you, I do that a lot, and people keep telling me on the podcast, because like if I have something on my mind, if I don't speak it like in 2 seconds,
it's gone.
Like it's gone. It's gone. So I kind of like, but that's my thing, but you know. So I'm apologizing in advance, just in case it happens again. So what's like your kind of like main focus now? Because like even for me, I've never like really figured it out. By just like the few times that we've met, I've seen you doing like a DJ set. And I've seen a bit of just maybe from your post on Instagram, something to do with like acting. So what's like your main focus now?
Well, my main focus
if somebody asked you right now what you do, what
I would say I'm an actor. I mean,
an actor.
I have been for a while. I'm an actor, and I have other sub passions, you know, things that I do on the side. I obviously don't limit myself, but that's what I would do. That's what I do professionally. Yeah.
Did you go to school to study it?
So I just did a general liberal arts degree in Orlando.
What's that?
Liberal arts. It's just a general degree. It's just a BFA, like bachelor.
Okay. Yeah. In acting now.
I mean, my major was theater and my minor was digital arts. But like I did a range in the States, like in a liberal arts program, you can do a range of.
Sorry. It's all good.
Yeah, I speak in my
technical error there, guys. It's all good.
It's not like the UK where you like specialize and just do that. You can do a range of things. So I did everything from like Russian. I took 2 years of Russian.
Russian what?
Language.
Jeez, you can speak Russian?
A little bit. I mean, it's been a while since I've been in
class.
Oh
yeah,
so.
yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
But yeah, when I was doing it, I could speak. I was gonna go there, but then I was like, I looked at my hand and I was like, see, the way my melanin is set up, I'm not really sure I'm trying to find myself in Russia right now.
It's not that bad. I hear. Do you have friends who are there?
No, I have family who've been to Russia.
Oh yeah.
And
their experience is not.
Yeah, the experience. Not that it's terrible, but like, it's not like you.
Yeah. It's like.
Anyway, yeah. So
I know what you're
everything from like Russian to astronomy, like I did a bunch of classes, and that's what I wanted to. Even though I knew going into college that I want to be an actor, I didn't want to like specialize too quickly. I still had a lot of things that I wanted to explore about myself. And I played football as well in uni. So. Yeah.
Football, like soccer or American
soccer.
Football?
What is soccer, man? Of course.
Thinking if you say that in the States.
I know, but like I would say American football. Yo, I was so vehement against that, man. Like, I'm not gonna call football soccer. I'm sorry.
But I think that's what differentiates. And how is it go? Because I've seen you tag a lot when you're tagging locations, like on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I see a lot of a consistency on what location. Orlando Shakes. Is it a theater or is it like?
Yeah, that's a theater.
Orlando
Shakes is a theater.
Is that where you go to do like the performances or?
Well, that's where I did my last play.
Your last play.
Yeah.
That's in the school.
No, it's a theater. It's a regional theater.
Or like this is an actual play that people come and see, or it's rehearsals.
Yes.
And I wouldn't know, bro.
No, I
wouldn't
know.
I'm just trying to figure it out. In fact,
yeah.
I was almost thinking, like when I was writing down my notes, I was writing like Orlando Shakes is like a play.
No, Orlando Shakes is a theater.
Because I was thinking like, how comes this play never ends, man? Junior, you've been doing this play for the longest time, and now that you're saying it, now it makes sense.
So like, I think of it like Kenya National Theatre, like it's a theater.
Ah, okay.
So Orlando Shakes is a theater, and I went back in December for Hamlet.
Yeah.
Do you know Hamlet?
No.
Okay, Hamlet.
I don't.
Do you know who William Shakespeare?
Thanks for putting me on blast.
No, I was just asking.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Hamlet is a play by William Shakespeare. Do you know who Shakespeare is?
Yeah. Okay. Romeo and Juliet, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Come on, Junior.
Okay, no.
You're sending shots.
I'm not sending shots.
You are.
And I'm just.
But yeah. Okay, that's
I'm trying to gauge where you are.
Okay, yeah. So it's one of his plays,
it's
right?
It's his most famous play.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's his
famous than Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Okay.
I mean, Romeo and Juliet is, I guess,
he's a classic.
I mean, yeah, yes.
No, why are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing. Yeah, fine. For all intents and purposes, sure, Romeo and Juliet is his most famous.
Or mainstream, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, Hamlet is his biggest play. Like a lot of things stories that you think are based on Hamlet.
Oh,
like,
based around that.
Like Lion King is very loosely based on Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how's your experience doing that? Because I know you're saying like, acting is like your main like passion and drive, I guess. Do you think you find more fun? Do you enjoy it more doing like the theaters or kind of like TV? What do you think would be more fun for you?
I think they satisfy and nourish a different part of an actor's soul. They're very different. Just the same way rugby sevens is different to 15s.
Yeah.
So, like, I think there's joys in both. So I don't know. I guess they're comparable only because it's like you're an actor, but other than that, I think it serves a different part.
It's almost the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then when it just comes to acting, man, because I think I attempted like once or twice, and I was like, yo, bro, this is just takes too much work, man.
Yeah.
First of all, just what was it? What made me quit? I think the lines. I was just given like a pamphlet of, and then I was like, yo, this is not my shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like not unless we're doing the, what is it called? I've seen it also like really popular now online. Is it improv?
Yeah.
That's where you don't use like scripts or just paint scenarios, and that, I think that would is something like I'd be leaning more towards.
Which also takes an incredible amount of skill, though.
Of course, I cannot deny that. I cannot deny that. Of course, script is there to guide you. But what would you say was like just the hardest bit that you were finding before, like you got comfortable like actually doing it? Because I can actually tell, just like from, you don't post like the snippet videos, but from just like pictures that you post, you seem very comfortable in all like the play situations that you've been put in. Like what was the most like challenging part, or you'd say like, you know, it took me some time to get used to doing this?
I mean, think about it, like even just like with your podcast and your, you know, videography and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's even though you're comfortable, you're constantly learning, you know, you're constantly challenging yourself.
Yeah.
So things like line memorization, I mean, that's sort of like, that'll always happen. You know, that's not a challenge to me anymore. I think each role has its own challenges and demands. So it's tough to compare each one from the last. You're constantly building upon, you know, things. So like, for example, Hamlet, where I was playing Hamlet, was my first role as professional actor. So this was my first professional contract, you know. And it was, obviously this was my first time also in a lead role, right? So whereas before, you know, I had done, you know, supporting roles and whatever, like a few lines here and there, you know, getting to carry, blah blah blah. This was completely a whole different it's a whole different ballgame. So the whole thing was challenging. We had 4 weeks of rehearsal, and then we opened and we had a run of like 2 months, 49 shows. So
shit.
Yeah, 7 shows a week.
Every single day.
Yeah, Tuesday to Sunday, Monday off. Yeah.
Jeez. And I mean, if you're just have you done any of that like in Nairobi? Have you tried?
No, man. sorry.
No.
That sounds torture.
Your facial expression just says quite a lot. You're like, no, man. But what do you think if you're just to compare like just what's happening out there and what's happening currently like in the country? Just if you're to do like a comparison, if somebody who's young and they're saying, you know what, I'd want to get into this.
Yeah.
Just terms of comparison, what do you think?
I guess because the latter part of my adult life has mostly been spent away. I'm not really sure of the infrastructure and how things work in Nairobi. So I know there's a lot of politics in all areas of life, whether it's actual politics, business, or arts. You know that.
Yeah.
And so I think right now we are really kind of in a creative renaissance.
What does renaissance mean?
Like,
I posted something else on Instagram last week, like, you know, when guests throw in words that I don't, and then people can actually see on my face that I don't. And then you might actually ask me, like, do you know what renaissance means? So I'd rather ask you before you do that to me.
Totally. I'm not going to ask.
Again.
No, I was...
No, yeah. Come on.
I was just trying to gauge where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Renaissance or Renaissance, it's basically like a resurgence of, like... coming into it again, you know, because we've had
evolving. It was good.
Yeah,
went
exactly.
Down and then now, like,
okay. Like a revival, kind of.
Got you.
You know, because like there's been a time when, you know, our theater was great with
it was huge
with Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, and James Falkland, you know, rest in peace. Who was running that theater was like, you know, there was some good plays on. You know, music was great. At some point, you know,
we used to take people for dates there, or just like, you know, let's actually go to the theater and
I'm talking about like in all areas, you know, there really was like an artistic, just like bubble of flourishing. And so I feel like, okay. I feel like
what do you want to say something?
No, not at all.
You sure?
I am very excited about this spread.
This guy.
No, I find it very hard to hide my reactions to things.
Clearly.
No, I just saw the toast and I was just like, okay,
cool. So you're talking about what was the word again?
The Renaissance.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rhinoceros of
the rhinoceros of
theater.
art and culture in Nairobi.
Yeah, like sort of it just bouncing back to where it was,
like
right?
musically, like even just this weekend, having Masero here.
Yeah.
And Blinky.
Wait, did you go to the concert?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I was there as well.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
and that kind of performance is very rare.
Exactly.
In Kenya,
especially, and then honestly, like in a serendipitous like way for Blinky to close for him. That's like crazy. Awesome,
yeah,
bro.
That was crazy.
And I feel like we need to really be championing our own the way we really champion like other people out there. Because if I'm gonna be completely honest, man, Blinky really just killed it, bro. Like
his performance,
and he is in a really he's in a tier of his own.
I think he's underrated.
Absolutely.
Because I don't see like these huge corporates always like, looking for Blinky.
Yeah.
They're always bringing in artists from, SA, Nigeria and all this kind of stuff. But he's really, really good.
He's amazing. His band is amazing.
Yeah.
Just musician.
And he's been doing it for like the longest time if you think about it. Blinky is on... wasn't he part of...
Just a Band, yeah.
Yeah. I also need to bring him in to talk about what happened to Just a Band.
Absolutely. I mean,
because
they just took a hiatus and to work on their own individual projects and stuff.
Even
which
their
is
videos,
awesome.
How they used to do their promos and everything was just very interesting. Okay, now let's get back to just like a lot of.
we were talking about like the comparison, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like let me just speak. In terms of music, right now, I think in terms of industries, like creative industries, is really taking off. But I don't want to speak too much on theater and how acting is working here because like I've just been unplugged from it for too long. But we don't have an infrastructure in place. Whereas like let's say for example. Even just how I got the Hamlet role, there's a casting call for auditions, so you can go and audition for something. I never hear about anything auditioning wise here.
I think they're always selected before
before
that comes
exactly.
out.
That's why I was saying about the bureaucracy, the politics.
Yeah.
The people who are cast are always like someone who knows someone who knows someone, and that's always the case anywhere worldwide, of course.
Yeah,
having a foot in the door and then like being able to now prove your worth. That's fine, but it's just like. The scale is like way tipped,
Basically, if like you're an upcoming or somebody who aspires, like you might just actually quit before you even think of starting actually just pursuing like that dream.
Totally, man.
And
and part of it is because we don't have unions to protect the creative people,
Yeah.
So there's creatives can be exploited because there's no unions to protect them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you see the hashtags every other time. Pay Kenyan actresses, pay Kenyan models.
Exactly.
Play Kenyan music. Yeah. So it's I don't know what we can do about it, but I think even from like what you've mentioned from last weekend's concert. You'd realize like actually a lot of young people appreciate like that kind of music, but it's just that we don't get to experience that like a lot.